wake up, baby, it's a Chelsea day. So blue, baby, that's chipping pain. Talking dreams while the sky stays bright. Rest your head, but not the night. Every morning, every goal we see. In our hearts, it's Chelsea, me and you, we can agree. Oh, take me out of stand. With you, privilege, you talk. When to tap our take and you. Oh, Chelsea, we stand tall. We stand tall. Everywhere we give our all. Everywhere, yeah. Forever we're true. We must be. Together we rise, just me and you. In nights that you will go home. 3 hours so near to my home. Delap so lepa in river. Whoa, whoa. In the blue, our spirits fly. With every cheer, we touch the sky. In this love, we find our way. Chelsea forever, day by day. Whoa, Chelsea, Chelsea stands tall. Cover up with the hand. We give our all. Chelsea, forever we're true. Together we rise, just me and you. Hey, go wake up, baby, it's a Chelsea day. So blue, baby, that's chipping pain. Talking dreams while the sky stays bright. Rest your head, but not the night. Every morning, every goal we see. In our hearts, it's Chelsea, me and you, we can agree. Oh, take me out of stand. With you, privilege, you talk. When to tap our take and you. Oh, Chelsea, we stand tall. We stand tall. Everywhere we give our all. Everywhere, yeah. Forever we're true. We must be. Together we rise, just me and you. In nights that you will go home. 3 hours so near to my home. Delap so lepa in river. Whoa, whoa. In the blue, our spirits fly. With every cheer, we touch the sky. In this love, we find our way. Chelsea forever, day by day. Whoa, Chelsea, Chelsea stands tall. Cover up with the hand. We give our all. Chelsea, forever we're true. Together we rise, just me and you. Hey, go wake up, baby, it's a Chelsea day. So blue, baby, that's chipping pain. Talking dreams while the sky stays bright. Rest your head, but not the night. Every morning, every goal we see. In our hearts, it's Chelsea, me and you, we can agree. Oh, take me out of stand. With you, privilege, you talk. When to tap our take and you. Oh, Chelsea, we stand tall.
Yes, good people, big up to all of you. Welcome back to Chelsea Perspective. Welcome for another edition of live Chelsea Transfer News Show. And we have quite a lot lined up to talk about today. Unfortunately, this is a few hours later than usual. Yeah, because my wife is not at home. I have to deal with my boys alone and then prepare for the show. But we'll talk about Jamie Carragher needing some tissue again. We'll talk about the Delap announcement. We'll talk about Ekitike, Gittens. We'll talk about Maignan, Jadon Sancho leaving Chelsea, Noni Madueke, and a whole lot of other stuff lined up. And chances are, as the show progresses, a lot of stuff will emerge. Yeah, because it's the silly season. But that's fine. I'm going to say hello to those of you in the chat before we get started. I appreciate you all finding the time to join me this particular morning. It's not quite the blue morning show because not morning in many places, but morning in my place. We have Nehemiah Fowler. Thank you for joining. We'll talk about that in a bit. We also have moderator John. Thank you, John. Nice to see you. Keep dropping the likes and showing people the likes to go along with 7 likes. We can do a lot better than that. But we have just 5 people watching overall, 24. 5 of those on YouTube, the rest divided. No, I don't know whether equally between X and Facebook. Um, yeah, here's how you can find the bells and whistles because we're streaming in a vertical format, and the reason is that a lot, up to 90% of our subscribers found us through YouTube Shorts. So it's only fair that we cater for them mainly. But when we have shows where we need to do something like lineup predictions, prediction exercise, or match a review, we can always use go screen in landscape format. So what you do is you press and hold your screen for just about a second. Then you see the like button, comment option, swipe up to go full screen, all that. And if you go full screen in a vertical format, you'd never want to watch YouTube videos any other way. It's cool. It's been a minute. Yeah, Wickler Barush. Wow, where have you been, brother? Nice to see you once again. Uh, I hope you're good. Hopefully, your absence simply means you've been busy. If that's the case, we're happy for you. Why? Bills don't pay themselves. But always nice to see you. It's silly season. I know we'll be seeing a lot of people that we haven't seen in a while. But we, Claire Barish, nice to see you. So let's start addressing the items we have lined up immediately without wasting your time. I'd like to talk about this one here. I wanted him to stay. And had it not been for his wage demand, he definitely would have stayed. But I knew that was going to be an issue. We have a structure in place, and it'd be a huge risk to make an exception for him. If you do that, you'd be creating a lot of issues in the dressing room. And you can argue, I think he loved Chelsea, loved London. He's a London boy, was born in London, grew up in London also. But listen, it's business for all parties involved. He's well paid at Manchester United. I think around how many, 350 or how much per week, and it's not as incentivized as Chelsea, as Chelsea's the sort of salary we offer. That is even actually if theirs is incentivized. So I liked him as a player, and you could since his arrival, in all honesty, he's one of our most productive dribblers, which means he hardly ever starts a dribble process and not complete it. He's that good. Um, Listen, look at his numbers at Chelsea. Not perfect, but he only struggled when every other individual in the team struggled. But it's unfortunate. It is what it is. I don't think his camp or Chelsea will bear grudges. It is what it is. He earns a lot more money at Manchester United, and what we offer would mean him taking a significant pay cut. And I think he just proves he's not that desperate. And I don't blame him. He's still very young. So good luck to him. His name will forever be etched. Yeah, Paul, let me just say, part of the Chelsea history. He won a competition with us, helped us qualify for Champions League, get back into the Champions League after a few years absence from one of the biggest football competitions in the world. So good luck to him, really. It's an experience I believe he will never forget. Big up to you too, Mike Nim. Nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well. I told you he's not staying. You did say that you think he's not staying. You believed he wasn't going to stay because he's not good enough. he represents good business. But at the same time, if we agree to pay him what he's asking, then we'll be creating problems. I don't think it makes sense to make an exception for any player because we have tons of other players who are on a heavily incentivized contract, if that makes sense. So I've always known that his salary will be the only issue. Other than that, I think Chelsea wanted to keep him, and but I don't blame him. It's business for all parties involved. Business for the club, business for him and his camp. He has to eat, and I don't think a lot of players would actually take that much of a pay cut. I mean, it's work. I don't know how else to phrase that. Let's see. We'll get to that in a bit. Let's what else we have here. Disappointed with Sancho's decision. I don't think I wouldn't say I'm disappointed. He has to do what's right for him. He's looking out for himself. And kudos for him, honestly. That's how I see it. I get it. We fans, we often don't even try to see things from the perspective of the footballer. We just want them. I've seen a lot of people saying Osimhen should just take a pay cut if he really cares about Chelsea. No, his love for Chelsea, if in fact he does love Chelsea, will not feed his family or tons of his classmen that he take care of. If you get my point right there. So we just have to be honest there. The kid is looking out for himself. Hey, Vic, nice to see you, my bro. It's been a minute. I hope work is going well. I think we haven't seen in a while, actually. But maybe, yeah, the morning shows, the Blue Morning Show isn't that convenient for you. But always nice to see you, my bro. Much love, and I appreciate you finding the time to join us. I should in fact always find time to reach out to you and see how you're doing when I don't see you in a while, even though I don't like you. This thing Sancho would have gotten at the 200K if he was a sensational this season. He's a sub at least. Yeah, I think that's another good comment right there. The fact that I liked him, he was one of our best performers in my opinion, but not consistently. The truth remains he didn't do anything out of this world or anything special that warrants us, breaking the rules or making an exception for him, which is a huge risk. I don't think it makes any sort of sense to do that. So keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. 7 likes, we can do a lot better than that. We have, how many people do we have right now? 30 people following the show on YouTube. But only 7 likes. We can do a lot better than that. But here's the thing: I understand that usually when we stream in a vertical format, people usually don't find the like button easily, especially if you're using a small device. So here's what you do: press and hold your screen for just about a second. Then you see the bells and whistles, which includes the like, comment options. Please help us get more likes. We actually did a show 4 days ago. We finished with 8,000 plus views, but not up to 50 likes because in the vertical format, not a lot of people are used to it. But please press and hold your screen for just about a second. You see the like button. Help us garner more likes. We'd really appreciate that. So Vic, correct. Because of the wage structure at Chelsea, this is why we will never buy a top player. Which is why we've resigned to signing up and coming top players. And we can also, chances are, we'll also find top players who are willing to, who understands, we're willing to pay you what you want, but you have to work for it. And I think clubs are, not just Chelsea, a lot of clubs are beginning to adopt that approach. Why? Because there are lots of restrictions in place. From a financial perspective, there are lots of rules now that it's easy to actually break them and then face points deduction or some fine like that. So things have changed in football from a financial perspective, but fans are not paying attention to that. Look at Osimhen. How many clubs in Europe are interested in signing him? You tell me. As good as he is. So that's just the truth. But just by the way, let's see what else we have here. But Fabian Scott, nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well. He's looking after his goal too. Yeah, it's as simple as that. It's business for the club. The club wants what's best for them. They don't want to spend too much in terms of salary. The player himself, he wants to earn as much as he can. He's the one that does the running on the pitch. He's the one that plays the. You can say he's looking out for himself. He wants what's best for him. Financial security, maybe. I get it. He's still young, but you could not. The truth remains, he's gone past that age where football is just fun, where some they don't mind actually playing for free, kids. But he's gone past that age. He has a lot of responsibilities right now. Ekitike, we're coming. What's your name here? Timileyin Ayeni. That sounds like a Yoruba bro right there. Nice to see you, Ayeni. If this is your first time here, thank you. We appreciate you finding time to join us. Feel at home, express yourself. Here, your opinion matters. What we do is you present your opinion. If I have a counter opinion, I'll present it. We look at it, try to come to a sensible conclusion. I learn from you, you learn from me. So welcome, Philahom Ayeni. Thank you for joining us. You're right, but I don't think Sancho can get the wages he wants at another club. He's still a Manchester United player. So should they decide, you know what, we can't pay you this. We want you gone. They have to pay him a total of his contract amount. That is each week multiplied by the length of how much he has left on his current contract. He may well agree for them to again meet in a middle ground or maybe pay him something less, but it comes in bulk. That may well be his reasoning right now. Chances are that could be Sancho's plan to force United to call him to the table and ask him, okay, how much are we going to pay you for you to just leave us? And it wouldn't take much time because United wouldn't want the whole thing to linger. He stays and be earning quite a lot of money, and they feel like he's not doing enough to be earning that much money. They'd have no option than to pay him off. So that may well be his thinking or his plan. I don't know, but it's most likely that's the case. All right, let's see what else we have here. Sancho don't want it to be a great. He chose the back. Maignan, I love you, bro, but I refuse to actually judge players like this. I refuse. I am willing to discuss the situation, but I refuse to judge players because they opt to go to follow the money. What are they playing football for? They're playing for money. In your, let's say, in your day-to-day life, I'm quite sure you've applied for jobs sometime in your life, even if you're a billionaire today. And the truth remains, when you have options on the table, there are things you consider. Sometimes family, what it would take to move your family across states or somewhere, or where closer to the new job, or sometimes who pays better. And in most cases, 99.9% of the times, it will be who's going to pay you better, benefits and everything. But because it's football, because it's entertainment, we fans, the average fan, just they judge players for opting for what's best for them, like we do in our day-to-day lives. So I'm mature enough. Over time, I learned that's actually not okay. I used to be like that. So I'm urging you to take a step back and think about it. If you were Sancho, what would you do? In all honesty. Let's see. Time for Sanchez. We'll get to that in a bit. Nice to see you, Shanks. You think we've forgotten your name? We haven't. Oh my goodness. All right. At least there's someone with common sense at Chelsea FC. Goodbye, Sancho. Tree Train Top. Nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well. Coach must be hurt hearing Sancho and getting signed. No, I've always known that's a chance he returns to Manchester United, and it will be down to his wage demands. And I'd say this, irrespective of how I love the club, I'm not going to agree to a drastic pay cut because I love the club. I'm not going to eat my love for the club. I'm not going to eat it. My love for the club will not feed my family. My love for the club will not feed a lot of people that look up to me for help or to support them in their education. That is if you're African. But that's, by the way, let's not get into that. You get my point. He has a lot of responsibilities. United and a lifestyle. For footballers, in most cases, more importantly, and a lifestyle to maintain. United should be should be here. They are getting 5 million. They cannot even sell their dead wood. Yeah, it's an issue. Yeah, except if they say Chelsea, okay, pay us 15 and take him. Chelsea will gladly make that exception, but it's still a risk because the exception in question is paying him, offering him a different style, wage structure, which will lead to problems in the dressing room. It would be unwise for him to take a pay cut on the bench. Yeah, if BVB offers him the same wages as a starter, why not? Yeah, I'd opt for that, but I don't agree that BVB. Maybe yeah. Okay, let's be specific. You're saying BVB could offer him same thing we're offering him, but he will be a starter there. Then that makes better sense. To heck with his love for Chelsea, or to heck with the fact that he was born in London. Let's try and be as subjective as we can when we speak about footballers refusing to take a pay cut. It's their job. Ty, my bro, nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well, and I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. I know you're very. I know. I nearly choked on my own saliva. Love the new kit. Yeah. That's the story behind it. Okay, I'm not gonna talk about it here. I'm happy, but man, this is beautiful. This I must say. I think I've said that before. This has to be Nike's best or Chelsea's best kit in a while. Actually, you could say since the Roman regime, maybe even before under Roman regime, we started getting some awful kit. But this has to be one of the best. It is beautiful. I love it, really. I really do love it. Nothing is over. The patterns are subtle. They're not yelling at you, just like the one for the just concluded season. Everything is just mild. So I really love it. But thank you, Ty. Thank you. Now I'm blushing. All right. Charles, nice to see you. What do we have here? Yep. Tell him. All right, all the best to the Blues. But leaving Sancho will bring the impact. The guy really performed for whole. I think he did well, in my opinion. It wasn't. He didn't rip up trees, but yeah, he did well. He was one of the reasons why we did as well as we did. And at times when he underperformed, you could argue those times every other player did underperform. Pies is joining July 1st, but probably goes out on loan, and I'd rather him go out on loan than stay and not play as regularly as he should as a young player and continue developing properly. If he comes back to Chelsea, I think he's not going to be playing that much, and then that would be detrimental to his development, in my opinion. Maybe it was hard for Sancho to accept a massive pay cut. It'd be hard for me too, except if I don't have responsibilities. Except if Chelsea is a charity organization and I'm playing to make money to give back to the charity organization, then I'll do it. But Chelsea it's a business. The reason they're offering a heavily incentivized contract is because they're a business. They want to make profit too. So for me as an individual, I have mouths, plural, to feed. It was hard for Sancho to accept a massive pay cut because he is young and has some more years. But look at what Bruno Fernandes did. I guess it depends on the point of your career. He's 30. It depends. You could argue the most accurate thing to say would be it depends on the individual. Yeah, I think it all depends on the individual. And I don't know. Bruno Fernandes, had he been an African player, I think he'd leave immediately. And from, let's say, he has a poor, grew up in a poor family, and excuse me, and in such situation, let's say from a place in Nigeria where if you make it, you could argue the entire village practically your responsibility. Maybe he doesn't have such. Maybe a Brazilian, I think if he was Brazilian, I think he'd take it. Lots of Brazilians that are into football, some of them come from a very poor family, and once they get a chance, they want to help others, which is the reason why the likes of Oscar had to. I get it. We took the money, we accepted the money, but he accepted it too because that was a lot of money for him to say no to. So I think you understand the point here. Again, you could say down to the individual and where they're from, their responsibility, whether they need it or not. Let's see CLC board come up with what? I don't know. Let's see what else we have here. All right, I'm gonna scroll to the very very bottom and then I'll try to catch up. Big up Charles. Yep, indeed. I'm gonna try to catch up to yours with your subsequent contributions in the chat. Pies is too good to go missing for another season. We need another 10 with Nkunku. I don't think he'd be playing that much. Nkunku will be gone, but Pies needs to go out on loan. If he's not gonna be playing week in week out, we don't need to bring him back. He's too young. If that happens, that'd be detrimental to his development, honestly. Rejecting 700K, just 100% salary increase. Let me see what he has to say here. From Saudi Arabia won't kill him. Yeah, he's already on a lot of money, and could still go in a year. Yeah, because he's a good player. So a good point right there. Let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes that do go along with. Big up to you, Shay, Wendy Williams. I forgot to send you the link to Tobeho's YouTube channel, but I'll find it and do so maybe when the show ends or if I get space as this particular show progresses. What's the plan if Palmer gets injured? Esther will win then. Whether you say on the flanks or centrally, Esther will win then. Yeah, but you can't get a young player as Pies and say, if he only gets to play if Palmer gets injured. It just doesn't make sense. And as talented he is. So it'd be a huge mistake. Here's an interesting one. This one blew up this morning, and that's Vince, my bro, quoting Nizar Kinsella, and the report reads, Chelsea have learned that doing a deal for Mike Maignan is a possibility because the goalkeeper would be interested in a move to Stamford Bridge. We were actually interested in signing him, but at the time he didn't want to come. I think probably because we didn't have Champions League football. That was just last season, right? But people keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. We have 53 people following the show on YouTube, but just 14 likes. You can do a lot better than that. I don't know. If you're in the chat, do you like Mike Maignan? I think he gets injured a lot, and a lot of people online are mentioning his injury record. But I think he's an excellent goalkeeper, experience. And I've been watching Esther clips. This kid is so good. He is Nyama level, but we have to be patient with him. Chances are he comes in and starts firing and all cylinders immediately. Chances are he might need some time to adapt. But here's the thing. One thing he said, he's not gonna fail. If anything, he comes in at the start, probably not gonna measure the level at which we know he can play, because he's still adapting to the Premier League, if that makes sense. But we get to that in a bit. That's, by the way, Mike Maignan to Chelsea. A lot of subsequent report lined up following that initial one. This also says contact have started also with Enzo Maresca appreciating Mike Maignan as ideal option for his tactical approach. Chelsea are on it, and the manager has approved Maignan as a key target. So these owners, actually, they're keeping their words. We were told if they see experienced players that fit what we need, that we will make an exception and sign all the players. I think they've realized the importance of signing more experienced players, that it makes us, it will mean that we're ready now. We're not just going to wait for the younger, inexperienced players to mature, which will take time. But I'm glad, and I've always known that they, at some point, they will take corrective measures. Maybe it took them learning the importance of experience being part of the squad, how quickly that can help turn things around. And if I remember, if my memory serves me right, I think before the season ended, we were told at the time that everything depends on whether we finish top five and also win the Conference League. That will be a determining factor on whether we sign experienced players or not. I think they're keeping their words, and I'm happy. That makes me really, really happy. Maignan will bring leadership and experience also. But I've seen people say, let's see what the poll tells us. The poll says, should Chelsea sign Mike Maignan? 64% says yes, 36% says just keep Petrovic. And the other one says only if the price is right. Zero. Not sure. Need no. Okay, so two group of people here. Some wants the club. 64% wants the club to sign him, and 36% says no, keep Petrovic. Heston, that is just being those that are saying just keep Petrovic. I think we're just being sentimental, and that's not what big clubs do. Here's what big clubs do. Big clubs, they have an excellent player. If they see the opportunity to bring in an excellent plus player, they do that. So if Mike Maignan, if he's much better than Petrovic, why not bring him in? Yeah. And also Petrovic did come across as excellent in the French league. And something Dante mentioned on I think a day ago is that the intensity of the Premier League, you could say twice as much as that of League R. So chances are on the sort of pressure or the pressing we see in the Premier League, Petrovic might not be as good as, again, might not do as well as he did in the French league. So, but here's the thing. That aside, I'd like him to get a chance. If in fact we're truly looking to sell Sanchez, I'd like Petrovic to get a chance. But saying that we should just give Petrovic a chance when we have the opportunity to sign an experienced goalkeeper as Mike Maignan, for me, it's just being sentimental. And that's not what big clubs do. If you really want to behave as big clubs, then if you have an excellent player and you get the opportunity to sign an excellent player plus or a premium excellent player, get that premium excellent player if you can afford it. And that's exactly what Chelsea are doing right now. All right, what else do we have here? Keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes do go a long way. Where did I stop? Responding to Wycliffe Barrosh there. And down further, I read this Mike Maignan is the top goalie, even better than Petrovic. And don't worry, we will look at their numbers in a bit. We have the paid version of Data MB, but it takes the process of signing in. I forgot to sign in before the show started. I don't want anything to slow down the system. But anyway, we'll still do that signing. Give me a few seconds here to catch up with what we have here. And Vince is saying, took them this long to realize we need experienced players. Winstyle signed Lallana and Milner at Brighton. But Heston, let's say this. At least they've realized we need experience. Or maybe because they're keeping their promise to the manager that if we make it into top 5 and then win the Conference League, that they do this as we were told a month ago or so. Even if that's the case, I'll take it, irrespective of the reason why they're doing this now. I honestly don't give a rat's behind. I just want to see it happen. All right. Shamfu how Bole and Iqbali took photos with the Conference League. Shut up. Shut up, Shanks. Just get out. What would you have them do? Throw it away? All right. Bakola from PSG is another young talent that I would love us to go for. We were interested in signing him. I don't know whether we're still interested in signing him. Sal Philip Jorgensen, I think he's good to stay. I think he's going to stay. He's not going to go anywhere. And Petrovic can be second in place to play non-league matches. We are in a total of 4 tournaments next season. A lot of games to play, but the goalkeeper, the goalkeeping position it should be the least of our concern. We should ensure that we have a good squad depth. The goalkeeping department for me, not necessarily again because we play in a lot of competition. Come next season, it's not the reason why we should look to keep too many goalkeepers. What is so funny is people say we have Petrovic, but but complain the owners aren't acting as if the club is a big club. Exactly. What what do big clubs do? Charles, you're crying because I say shut up. I know you can take a joke, bro. It's all love. So, so let's go to Data MV 1, 2, 3, the third tab. We're on the third tab, but let's look at let's go to Data MB. I'm gonna log in first. The process is crazy. I'm sorry. You're looking at the blank screen right now. More likes, people. more likes. We have 39 people following the show. We can do a lot better than just 14 likes. I get it because we're streaming in the vertical format. People don't see, especially if you're using a small device, people don't see the like button. But if you want to see the bells and whistles, which includes the like button, comment if you're using. The reason why I don't like this, and I can't really, probably means close. Dang it! See, it freezes my screen, which was why I was avoiding doing it. My goodness, this is crazy. All right, there you go. Finally, it listened, but it took a while. It did freeze my screen a bit. I think they should wait. If you log in, then they will know, yeah, you don't have a pro account before releasing the pop-ups, which froze my screen temporarily. Oh yeah, that's by the way, 15 likes. I know we can do a lot better than that. So let's go. I like the radar plot or spider plot, or spider, yeah, graph. So let's compare and see what happens there. All right, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. It's kind of slow, probably slowing down my system, and I don't like that. All right, looks like I might have to, but let's just do it. Goalkeeper, it's already there. Let's give it time to load properly. So we're looking for spelling his name. Oh my goodness, this is giving me problems. I don't like that. Maignan. His name is crazy. I'm not sure. Am I? Okay. Mike Maignan, 24-25. Maignan. I think it's pronounced Maignan. Petrovic. All right. Dodi Petrovic, 24-25. Strasbourg. Okay. That's interesting. And Robert Sanchez. My goodness. Chelsea, 24-25. Okay, let's see. Mike Maignan played how many games? Played how many minutes? 3,575 minutes. Petrovic played a lot, not a lot, yeah, a lot less because that's nearly 400 plus. Sanchez played, wow, more games than Petrovic. But here's the thing, this is interesting. But I guess people are basing the judgment by eye test, but I need his experience, irrespective of what anybody think. Plus, I don't know how the intensity of Serie A or how it compares with League One. But here's the thing here. The numbers are showing that Robert Sanchez, better defensive actions, high claims. We notice, if you notice, Robert Sanchez towards the end of the season, his high claim numbers improved significantly, and which was one of the main reasons why we didn't concede a lot from set piece towards the end of the season. Or from mid-season onwards, I think maybe after the hiring of the set piece coach, people were paying attention to the outfield players, but the set piece coach started solving the problem from the goalkeeping position, which led to Robert Sanchez coming out to claim the ball rather than, because he has advantage, rather than just leave it to the players, which led to us conceding tons of goals at the start of the season. That helped us improve our set piece defending significantly. So Robert Sanchez aerial defensive action way better. Petrovic better shot stopping than all of them. Mike Maignan didn't even come close. Doesn't even come close to Petrovic's shot stopping. But here's something to bear in mind. Petrovic got tested a lot more than Mike Maignan. Chances are, if they get tested in equal measure, he'd emerge as the better shot keeper. I don't know if you get my point there. Petrovic got tested a lot, playing with a young squad and not so stable defensive line. So that leads to him having a better number of in terms of being better off in terms of shot stopping, according to what the numbers tell us. That's why you need eye test and stats to come to a sensible conclusion. So going by this alone, you say, wow, Petrovic is a much better stopper than Maignan, and even a much better stopper than what's his name, than Robert Sanchez. Not much better, but slightly better shot stopper by than Robert Sanchez, according to what the numbers tell us. But the truth is, he faced a lot more shots, which means he got tested more. The opportunity to see how good the others weren't tested that much because they have a better midfield and a better defensive line. So for Mike Maignan, okay, short passes, long passes. I think probably that's why distribution overall. That's why Enzo Maresca okays the pursuit of Mike Maignan. So eye test will tell us a lot more, but I say get him. His experience, and I still believe he's a much better goalkeeper than Petrovic, irrespective of what the numbers are telling us right now, because Petrovic faced a lot more shots. That's just my opinion. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. This particular, okay, it's noon now, 12:11 my time. So let's see what else we have here. So this also on Mike Maignan. I just need let me see. Looks like I need to close that window. This reads let me see. I just need Sanchez of this club. He finished the season well. Give him some credit. Send him to United. I don't know. I think I'd take him over Onana. Mike doesn't make the type of errors Sanchez make. That's very important though. Sanchez's biggest problem is lapses in concentration. Yeah, every now and then he just does something that come across as if for some reason he tuned off. If you get my point. But that's why we keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes do go a long way. And we have Pedro Granja. He says, "Do you think Andrea Santos is going to be in the squad?" Absolutely. Absolutely. He will be in the squad. And it's a good thing we have a lot of competition. And I think we'll be rotating quite a lot. We need him. His profile is different. Even I get it. Enzo Fernandez, he started doing the sort of thing that you get from Andrea Santos, but Enzo Fernandez has better vision. Enzo Fernandez is more of a deep line playmaker. So, but you have a natural box to box midfielder in Andrea Santos. We do need him to an extent that even Todd Bowley did speak about it publicly when asked about Andrea Santos. He said something to the effect of, "We're watching him, we know about him, and he's excited to see him come back to Chelsea." But that doesn't mean anything is a given. He has to come, work for it, and I think he knows that. So actually, he's not going anywhere. We do need him. We're blessed, actually. He's in the Brazil squad right now. Yep, training with Ancelotti. Also, other boy in Estevão William, both the future of Brazil. And I heard my friend Jessica Frota, when somebody, I think my other friend in Bry jokingly saying that, yeah, Rodrigo will come to Chelsea to play with. I think he mentioned Noni Madueke and one other player in a funny way. Then Jessica Frota responded saying he would like to come to Chelsea and play alongside Andrea Santos and Estevão William. And that's believable. But here's the card. One thing, though. His salary an issue. And we've heard that Chelsea aren't actually looking to sign him. And plus, the new manager, Real Madrid's new manager, and Alonso, he said, yeah, I want to keep him. He's an excellent player. And the change of manager changes everything for players. And at least he will stick out. He will stay. He will decide. Probably he will opt to stay, remain in Madrid to see whether Alonso gives him the sort of opportunity he wants and deploys him on the side he wants. I think on the left. So I don't think it makes sense for him to be in a hurry to leave, and I don't see him taking a pay cut to come to Chelsea. Santos is not better than Pies. They are players of different profiles. One is more of a 10, the other one more of a box-to-box midfielder. But let me read what you have there. It's not better than Pies. It makes no sense to keep Santos, but they're not the same, really. It's that if I'm mixing things up. Kendra Pies could be a sub of a Palma and Santos. He's too young. That's the issue. if he's not going to be starting and I'm pulling off a month of games to continue developing properly, it just wouldn't make sense out of selfishness to bring him to keep him at the club. We'd be better. Look at Andreas Santos. Actually, how many seasons in a row? 3 seasons in a row or so. He's gone out on loan, and I learned, correct me if I'm wrong, that he actually was the one that asked to be let, that he wants to go, that decided to go out on loan, and look how it's worked for him. And Pies, if he goes to Strasbourg, I think he gets to play, gets to develop as he should. It just wouldn't make sense out of selfishness to bring a Pies back to Chelsea. He gets sit on the bench, only plays when Palmer isn't playing. It just it will that would be detrimental to his development, really. We cannot afford Rodrigo. If we had Roman, that's one thing you guys you should know. Even if Roman is still our owner right now, he's not going to be spending that much money. If things started changing under Roman, did you not pay attention at the time? Which was why we started signing a lot of dead woods, a lot of players out of contracts at the time. Because, things change from a financial perspective in football under Roman, not even right now. All right, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go along with Santos and Pies do not play the same position. Thank you for justifying that. Greetings to you too, my bro. I do hope you're doing well. Yeah, because my wife is not in town, so this is the most suitable time for me to stream. I don't want to get up 5 a.m. My time to start streaming and then wake up everybody in the house. All hell will break loose. So it's better off when they wake up, some activities while I'm hosting the show. I think that makes it easier. That would change again once my wife comes back. Then it will be earlier, about 4 hours earlier than right at the moment. But nice to see you, my brother. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for finding the time to join the show. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. All right, what else do we have here? Yamal was so young. But the case is, here's the difference. There was space for him at the club at the time. Yeah. In the case of Pies, clearly no space right now. It just wouldn't make sense, if you get my point. In the case of Esther William, probably when we were negotiating, he was guaranteed the space for him. You get my point now. All right. And people, go and check out my bro's YouTube channel, Big Up Knee. People go and subscribe to my bro's YouTube channel. The link there, Blue Clouds Media. Please, let's get him to 10,000 subscribers as soon as possible. He deserves that, given how hard he has worked. Still makes no sense, Charles. Santos seniority, European football exposure. Yeah, all these bells and whistles. So Pies bringing him back wouldn't make sense. I'm sure Liam, the Strasbourg manager, I think he will appreciate him. I think if he goes to Strasbourg, I think he gets to play. But coming back to Chelsea, it doesn't make any sort of sense. He's not going to play enough. At his age and as talented as he is, he needs to be playing. He needs to be playing a lot to continue to develop. So I'm not in support of, out of selfishness, us bringing him back. Yeah. All right. What else do we have here? Keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show this particular afternoon. All right. Petrovic hopes to be a first choice, having been on loan at Strasbourg and named the 2024-2025 player of the season. His return to Chelsea comes with the pay rise, but he also believed to have a release clause as part of his new deal, allowing him to exist. So to speak. So if he decides he wants to leave the club, I think we will make a sizable profit from his sale. We paid 11 million for him, but I'm quite sure I don't think we'd sell him for anything less than 30 million pounds, given the market right now. But there's a chance he stays, irrespective of even whether we sign Mike Maignan or not. But chances are, if we sign Mike Maignan, then it's bye, Felicia. Yeah. 18 likes, people. We can do a lot better than that. Keep dropping the likes in the stream. The likes do go a long way. Sincerely do appreciate you all finding the time to join the show this particular afternoon. If you're watching, the question is, what happens to Đorđe Petrović if Chelsea sign Mike Maignan? Do you think he still stays, or do you think he gets sold? Because it looks like the club likes Philip Jorgensen. But once again, we read that particular. We read one of the reports we've addressed already suggests that Maresca okays Chelsea's pursuit of Mike Maignan. So, which you could argue automatically shows he will prioritize Mike Maignan over Đorđe Petrović, and I think Maresca likes Philip Jorgensen, which is why when people thought he'd drop in for Sanchez to start that Europa Conference League final, he didn't do that. He started with Jorgensen, so he likes Jorgensen, and if he okays the club's pursuit of Mike Maignan, I think it's bye Felicia for for Đorđe Petrović. But let me get your opinion. What do you think happens to Petrović if Chelsea succeeds in signing Mike Maignan? All right, Courtney, big up to you too, Courtney. Nice to see you. It's been a minute. Chelsea has enough games to play for these guys to get minutes, but here's where I disagree. Not for a player as young as Pies. Young players need to play a lot. Young players need to play a lot, and not just a few games here and there. Not playing enough games, it could. I mean, except if that player stays, proves to be better than the more experienced players on those, or maybe to be better than the supposed better players, senior players, and then breaks into the first team. Yeah, which is usually rare. I'm not sure what else to say. It just wouldn't make sense. But I think he will head to Strasbourg to continue to develop there, and I'm open to that option. That's my preferred option, really, for him. But it's not up to me, and I think that's actually what's going to happen. It just wouldn't make sense to keep him at Chelsea. If it happens and he breaks through, it proves to be better than the supposed senior players or starting players and becomes a starter, then I will take it. You get my point. But Courtney, nice to see you once again. I do hope you're doing well. Petrović does not want to play second fiddle. Yeah, we've talked about that. And if the club feels like he's not the best we can do, then bye. I'm all open for it. Big reason Madrid are bullies in the Champions League is simply their squad depth, not their heritage. We are the heritage, but not the quality depth. Wow, some comment right there. I don't like you. Let's see what else we have here. Coach, will you he says, will you advise Petro to settle for a place on the bench? No, I will not. Listen, let's say this. From the club's perspective, we've talked about this already. We are Chelsea. And irrespective of what anybody thinks, we're one of the biggest clubs in England. In London, the biggest club in London, one of the biggest clubs in Europe. Have you seen the latest of I think UEFA ranking? I think we're sixth, Arsenal around down further. So, but that's by the way. Here's my point here. We should behave like big clubs that we are. And I've said this before. If you have an exceptional player and there's an opportunity to get a premium exceptional player, if there's anything like that, but I'm just trying to get my point across. You don't, out of sentiment or out of being nice to the exceptional player, decide not to go for that premium exceptional player, which makes you even better. That's what big clubs do. If you can get the exceptional premium exceptional player, let the exceptional player compete and prove that he can be premium exceptional player. That makes you strong. So I don't like sentiments when it comes to selecting players or when it comes to signing players. So for Petrović, if I were Petrović, I wouldn't settle for to ask to come sit at the bench at the club and only get to play club games and all that. If I feel like I'm good enough, I'm gone. Even in real life, that's how I behave when I work for people. You don't. If I see that if I'm subordinate to somebody who doesn't even understand the job, or I'm better than them, I don't stay. If I feel like that's from my own perspective, I don't stay. I'm gone. Who do you think wins the Club World Cup? Honestly, Perez. I don't know. I don't. I will look at all the squads, but I think definitely a European club. Um, but which I don't know. I'll take my time. Let's see what happens. At this point, I'll just tell you every club has a chance. Maybe when it gets to the knockout stage, and we'll start talking about. I'd look at the squad, the teams left, and maybe suggest what team I think will most likely win it, based on squad strength and the tactical ability of their manager. All right, people, keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes do go a long way. Signing the lap is not behaving like a big club. Um, Signing what's that key that Madrid signed? If since your logic is because we signed Delap probably because he's young and probably because you don't think he's good enough, you could say the same about that key that Real Madrid pays 60 north of 60 million pounds for. But I get where you're coming from. Big clubs do sign up and coming players too. Real Madrid, they've been doing that for a billion years right now. If you've been paying attention. What else do we have? If we sign a Maignan, I'd rather we let Sanchez go. Petrovic wouldn't mind growing with this group of players. I don't think Sanchez will be happy on the bench. I don't think Petrovic will be happy on the bench either. Have you not read that his hope is to become the number one? For me, if that isn't the case, he probably has to leave. Kofi Kwai Danso, nice to see you. Apparently, Monaco is interested in in Petri, and he's also interested. Yeah, that's very correct. He's also open to joining Monaco, who openly made it clear that they're looking for a new goalkeeper. And then we also did address a follow-up report, not a new, again, a newly emerged report. I think it was that 3 days ago that suggests that he's open to joining Monaco. So maybe. He end up joining them by the time the transfer window shuts, but I don't know. More likes, people, more likes. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes will go a long way. Once we're done addressing the items we have lined up, we will go news hunting, and after news hunting, we will call it a day. This year, according to TalkSport, Chelsea are eyeing a move for exciting Ajax defender Joro Heto. Initial conversation between Chelsea's recruitment team and Ajax are believed to have already taken place. I remember seeing a report that suggests that we're making progress, that we're actually close to getting the deal across the line. I mean, it's everywhere right now. You see, some reports suggest we just made contact and haven't actually discussed the possibility of him joining Chelsea. I'm not sure what to believe, but he's a player I like. He's capable of playing as a centre back. For the entirety of last season, I think he played as a centre back, but this season he's played as a full back. He's a versatile player, intelligent too. But let's see what happens. And I think that's an area where Chelsea where we need reinforcement, because the only uh, left back we have right now at the club is Kukurea, and I think the only saving grace is the manager's approach. He saved us the headache of not having two players that are capable of fulfilling the left back role effectively. It's just Kukurea. So Jorel Herto will be an excellent signing. Let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way this year. Reads, let's see what we have here. Um, that kid, that kid Madrid signed. You're referring to not Jovic, no. I remember Jovic. Jovic is a number 9, but the kid in question, Hendrik is his name. You could say the same about him. Big up to you too. Olumwa Rokemi Tamida. Nice to see you, my brother. Is this another account? Because I remember you were a moderator. So what happened for this particular? Maybe you have multiple. multiple account that you use here, and I can't make you a moderator now with this system. Something will break. Big up to you, nice to see you, my bro. I do hope you're doing well, and I appreciate you finding time joining us. So we move on. What else do we have here? Once we address everything we have, we will go news hunting, and then after that, call it a day. Okay, no wonder, because I was wondering what happened there. Did I remove my bro as a moderator? So this particular report, PYS quoting Santi JFM, whatever that means. Newcastle and Al Ali are interested in Axel Disasi. Woof, Jesus is Lord. So one out. We still have somebody tell the Saudis we still have Raheem Sterling, we still have Ben Chilwell, we still have João Felix. If they come for João Felix, I'm quite sure we'll tell them he's he will be he will be $100 million. But let's see what happens. Shanks, why you to laugh? Why is that making you laugh? Yeah, something will break because that system, I need to change it. Or maybe flip it, just use it as for monitor on the right hand side rather than the one to do like check something online and all that. But let's once we get through, I think one thing we'll do, we'll look for fans' opinion. We'll go back to each of the reports and see what Chelsea fans what they have to say with regards to that particular report. Fun to read in most cases. If something Oh, okay. This one is funny. Johnny Carragher still crying. He needs loads of tissue. Complaining about Chelsea. I don't know if maybe he doesn't understand the rules anymore. 18 likes, people. We can do a lot better than 18 likes. We have 35 people watching. Why do we have just 18 likes? Please, to drop a like on the video, press and hold your screen for just about a second. You see the bells and whistles, including comment option, like, dislike option. So this reads, Jamie Carragher, the reason Chelsea, so he didn't mention Chelsea, probably used they. So the person that's quoting him, Vince, changed it. That's why he's using the coily, the square braces there. The reason Chelsea are in the Club World Cup, is because you won the Champions League 4 years ago. Okay. Why are Man City in it? Or aren't they in it? They are. So what is wrong with this guy? How many players or managers are still the same? It just feels weird for me. This team in the Club World Cup, because of this team here, and none of them are playing for the club. Wow. I think he's confused. Who's the other one yesterday? What's his name? He that said something to the effect of, I can't quite remember. He looks like a homeless man. He looked like a homeless man yesterday. What did he say? I can't quite remember. I think something to the effect of Casado not being good enough. The person that said Casado not control the game was Paul Scholes. But anyway, I don't know what they smoke in there, but I don't want it. I don't want a piece of what they smoke there, because sometimes they sound like idiots. And I don't mean to disrespect anybody, but if they feel disrespected, so be it. All right. Who thinks Madueke needs to up his game to keep his first team plays? He wasn't that good. Not good at all. He wasn't good at all in the final. I didn't actually believe Maresca would allow him come back onto the pitch in the second half. That, for me, from my perspective, he was that bad. Him and Pedro Neto, maybe he was overwhelmed by the size of the occasion. Maybe that's the last, you can say, first ever final he's played in. He looked nervous. And if anybody says it was because Betis defended deep at the time, no. But even if Betis defended deep, he gave away the ball as if he came to the defender and whispered to his ear, look, I'm going to give you the ball now. Just take it and leave me alone. I'm serious. He was that bad in that final, him and Pedro Neto. And I couldn't believe that. Yeah, he played 90 minutes, right? I think he did. Because I and Dante were pissed that he didn't even decide to haul him off the pitch and give what's his name? And give Tariq George a chance. because already it was clear that we were going to win that game. 15 minutes ago, just give Tyrese George a chance. That will do him a world of good going into next season. But that's by the way, anyway. Oluwa Rakami Tamidaya Kachila has this new home kit, which is it is delicious. Really, it is magnificent, and you must have had me when I say this has to be Chelsea's best kit in a while. The design, and I've explained. I actually went into detail. What makes it very nice is that there's a pattern on it, but the pattern is subtle. It's not yelling at you. It's not overly done. Everything is mild, for lack of a more relatable language. It's just nice, really. Unlike the one for the 25-26 season, I didn't want to go close to it in terms of paying for it or buying it. Really, it was that ugly. Maresca also played in the final against Klopp's Liverpool kids at Wembley. Oh, you see, so maybe it's not his thing, but that Betis that final against Betis, he was awful. Neto can change games most of the time, so Maresca wants to do all alone dribbles with no good end. It's irritating. Plus, we did speak about him at length yesterday. Dante, I think it was Tubejo, something we've said a billion times, even under Mauricio Pochettino. He can become a much better player, but he has to change. As a winger, you'd have to be. Wingers are supposed to be more of creators than goal scorers, right? But in this case, is more selfish than selfless. And as a winger, get to do your job effectively, you'd have to be more of a creator than a goal scorer. So you have to be more selfless than selfish. When the opportunity comes, and if you don't have a way of passing, or if you feel like the player making the run, you can use them as a decoy. When the goalkeeper is waiting for you to still create a chance, you shoot and score. But in this case, he almost always, majority of the times, will probably try to score rather than try find the teammate to make it easier for the team to score. He's that sort of player and doesn't look up when you expect him to look up. Yeah, so he's more direct than Sancho, but Sancho, you can say, does come across as a more intelligent footballer of the two, if that makes sense. Which is the away kit? This is the home kit. The away kit isn't out yet. I got an email saying the away kit, I think, will be released soon or what day. I want to see it. Since this is this good, probably that one will be also very good. If it's very good, I'll get that one too. Yeah, the move, I lost a lot. I had two jackets that I bought. I think it was $120 each on the website. Since the move, I haven't seen it. Chances are probably part of what the things I've lost, because I lost a Black Magic camera and some other stuff. But we're here to talk about the show anyway. So Carragher can continue cry. If I know his address, I'd send him a truckload of tissues to cry more. So this year, this particular report by Matt Law says Chelsea have checked on the conditions to sign winger Jamie Gittens with Dortmund, while United's Alejandro Garnacho, who is up for sale, remains of interest. Oh my goodness. Garnacho. I don't want him at Chelsea, and I'm serious. But that's by the way. Before we go news hunting, here's what we got to do. Let's pay attention. Let's listen to what Chelsea fans, what they have to say. Who's calling this transfer saga? I mean, you could call it that. Get me the two guys. Get you who and who. Garnacho and who? And Gittens? I don't want Garnacho at Chelsea, honestly. Chelsea need a winger that can cut and shoot from the left flank. I don't think Gittens does that. I like Gittens. I like him better than all the wingers we have right now. Gittens will bring you goals. I've seen people compare Gittens with. I've seen people say they prefer what's his name? The Atletico Bilbao kid of Ghanaian descent, Nico Williams, over Gittens. Look at their numbers. Gittens brings you more goals and can also create. and you could argue he's more direct. Both are good players, but I think the difference is that Nico Williams creates more than Gittens, but Gittens has goal too. But please, do not bring Garnacho to Chelsea. I will riot, and I'm serious. I don't want him. Whose name is on the back of your jersey? None. I like it blank. The ones, all the ones I have has my name. I think I signed. I once bought that of Mikel Balak, but I don't buy JC with player names anymore. My loyalty is to the club. I can justify that if you ask me. The only player I think I just buy with his name, or just Hazard. I like Hazard and Kante that much that I buy jerseys with their name on the back. All right. Yep. I don't want Garnacho at the club. When would this Garnacho name just leave our lips? I think probably a small screen maybe, or we're probably seriously interested in signing him. But I seriously don't know. More likes, people, more likes. We have 21 likes. We can do a lot better than that. Let's get the likes up, people. We have 26 people following the show on YouTube, but we have a total of 116 people following the show. But only 26 on YouTube right now. It was 60 plus. Now it's down. It fluctuates, but we want more likes, people. Help us get the likes up. No Garnacho, his attitude. If he was again an exceptional player, I'd care less about his attitude, really. You passed the loyalty test, coach. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, if to choose from these two, get Garnacho is the best. Really? Okay. Mark my words, Chelsea may end up signing Alejandro Garnacho. This person sounds like it sounds like Vix. My goodness. Garnacho recruitment team can be funny. Possibly that may well end up being what we see at the club. I would go for Ghana. He's cheap and EPL proven. Forget proven for doing what. I don't. I wouldn't say he's EPL proven. What exactly did he do? Yeah. So okay, fans comment there not a lot. Let's go here check for fans comment on that Jamie Carragher. I think under that Jamie Carragher comment. I think that one's going to be seriously interesting. Well, let's see. Okay. Uncle Jestas the Frost. But he didn't say anything funny. But just ask, does anyone still listen to these festering? I'm not reading that. But we have Bobby in the house, and I have him speaking a bit with regards to the topics we've already addressed. He joined right on time. If I was alone until the 1 hour mark plus 15 minutes, I would have rounded up. It's been an excellent conversation because I like interacting with you. Does anyone still listen to this festering ASS clown? I'm Uncle Justice. Man, the language there is killing me. Does he know that Champions League is not the only way to qualify? I don't think he knows. The coefficient thing probably doesn't know about it, which was why I asked, does he even know the rules or how the game works these days? So all the clubs haven't won it. Yeah, exactly. Delusional. What does he know about winning trophies anyway? Yep. Yeah, that would be the first thing Mikel will say to Jamie Carragher. Carragher, we know he likes Chelsea. Just ignore him. I wouldn't say he likes Chelsea. I'd say probably you could say Chelsea brings the clicks. Chelsea gets him the attention that he likes. That's all I'd say right now. But damn, he, he never passes on the opportunity to speak about Chelsea. But they're cooking him. Chelsea fans are cooking him, yeah. But I think we should stop. I think that what will hurt him the most is just don't talk about him. Because if he says one of those redonkulous things he says, and you start, and you start responding or maybe talking about him, I think we're giving him the attention he wants. Usually, what you do to such person is not talk about him. I think you will pain him the most, and he becomes irrelevant. But if he says that one of those redonkulous things, you stop talking, you start talking about him, he will keep doing it because yeah, he gets the attention he wants. Bobby, big up to you. Let's start you with Jadon Sancho going back to Manchester United. It's unfortunate. It's not his fault. It's business for all parties involved. He wants what's best for him. The club wants was best for the club, not to spend too much on player salary. And I don't think it makes sense to make an exception for him. If we do that, we'll create a problem in our dressing room. But let's hear you, Bobby. Thank you for joining us. I do hope you're doing well. Your opinion on the Jadon Sancho's no longer situation on Jadon Sancho now remaining at Chelsea. I wanted him to stay, but I've always known that his salary will almost always be an issue. But let's hear you, Bobby. Up to you.
You're right about Jamie Carragher. It's best to just ignore him now and not give him any sort of attention. I'm slightly sad about Jamie, about Jadon Sancho. Um, I guess the positive is that he has, he has left on a positive with Chelsea fans.
Yeah,
He's helped
part
us
of the
get,
history forever now.
yeah, he's helped us get to top four. He's listen to Gary Neville talking his crap as well. We need to stop giving these people attention. Yeah, I mean, he's helped us get to top four. He scored a wonderful goal that none of us will forget at at the Conference League final. And it's a shame that it's only money that prevents the deal from going through. He's clearly a Chelsea fan. He was a good fit in the dressing room. He never complained. He came off the bench when he came off the bench. Yeah, but now he's not staying. We need to make whatever acquisition made in that position count. It's got to be a good one. It seems to be Jamie Gittens. If it is, I have to go, hold faith with the sporting directors and the manager. They've worked with him before. They're going with that old sort of Man City academy, stroke Chelsea academy. Um, what can I say? Um, yeah, let's see. I mean, the thing that's exciting me, you haven't sort of touched on yet, is the Mike Mignon situation. I don't really know
Yeah,
if
it's a
I
good
dare
one. Go
to
ahead.
dream.
Let me.
Yeah, I
Should
mean,
I read the reports we have to get you up to par?
yeah, well, to get the audience up to par, yes,
Yeah,
because
no, you. We're just going back
okay,
because we know we respect you here and they respect you. I'm quite sure they'd like to hear your opinion of it.
yeah,
So this says that Chelsea have learned that doing a deal for Mike Maignan is a possibility because the goalkeeper would be interested in a move to Stamford Bridge. I think we've been looking to sign him for a few years now. Probably didn't come the last time we pushed to sign him because we didn't have Champions League football. The second report says contact have started also with Enzo Maresca appreciating Mike Maignan as his ideal option for his tactical approach. Chelsea are on it. And the manager has approved Maignan as a key target. And the truth remains, this is coming from the transfer guru himself in Fabrizio Romano, which means, yeah, it's going to happen. Um, this says from Sky Cav, Chelsea are in talks with Milan for Mike Maignan, and we believe that's a very good chance this deal happens. And I'm happy. Something else I want to let you know before you start speaking. People are concerned that this could lead to Petrovic being sold. And I said, and then what? That's what big clubs do. If you find a better player, you get them. If one of the players you have isn't okay with that player coming in, they can leave. And I hope you get my point now. And I think we have enough number of goalkeepers to plug. You can say just plug one from once, get one from one of the clubs where they are in, plug them in. I plug that person individually in, and we have the number of goalkeepers we want. But let's hear you, Bobby. I'd like us to sign him.
oh, excuse me, absolutely, of course. He's a grade A goalkeeper.
Mhm.
The only thing I kind of
He's a
uh,
World Cup winner, right? Was he the one that won the World Cup with France? I'm gonna check while you speak.
no, he won the Nations Cup with France.
Nations League.
Um, Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Um, yeah, I mean he's just the type of goalkeeper we should be looking at, or indeed be looking for. I have to say that I looked with is it Orgs? Kind of looked through his injury record, which although it's improved, it has been improving, but it did exist. He had a few times out, and honestly, um, I don't. I don't want a player's. I mean, I don't want another player coming in that's going to just go off for months and months on end at a key time of the season.
Hmm.
So we need to watch that. We need to get our medical team involved, and we need to know that whoever we have backing him up is somebody that is grade A as well. Now, coming on to that, we have to now look at. I think it's a bit too early for Mike Penders. He needs a loan somewhere, but maybe if he comes in as an understudy, um, or I would think, would Sanchez be prepared to accept the fact that he's lost his number one spot? Maybe, and we can't ignore Petrovic. Will Petrovic be prepared to know that okay, he's not going to be number one, but he's knocking on the door with a known name as number one. I think that's up to the sporting directors and the manager.
Hmm.
Squad planning is massive. It's key. Him Pender Mignon coming doesn't mean to say that we're going to get rid of all our top goalkeepers. It's not going to happen. We will retain one or two. And my mind is it's either it'll be, please God, Mignon and Sanchez, or Mignon and Petrovic. And of course, the third spot, I don't know how much longer Bertinelli will be prepared to do that.
I
But
mean, I don't think Bertrand would complain, except if the club. I don't think so. He's that sort of player, probably nearing the end of his career, and wouldn't mind if the club can accommodate him, be earning money, feeding his family, and stay there. Honestly.
yeah, but he has to remain excellently sharp, because now it's not a matter of playing the league and the domestic trophies and the conference league. Now it's big boy stuff. It's Premier League. We have to try and go for it. It's Champions League. We have to try and go for it. Then domestic cups, and quite honestly, before that, the World Club Cup. I've been saying this, coach. I have done battle on streams, on television back in the day, late 90s, early 2000s, um, upon the inception of the World Club Cup, Chelsea's first appearance. I've always said this competition, this is the time to build your pedigree with it. And now the time is upon us. It's a massive competition. We have to go and try and win it. Everybody is going to try and win it. Listen to how Pep Guardiola is talking. Look at PSG, how they're talking. Real Madrid. I mean, everybody, even Dortmund that's in it, Bayern, everybody wants this trophy. Why? £95 million prize money plus the
That's a lot of
pedigree.
money.
It's a lot of money for a month's work.
I mean,
1 month's
FIFA.
work
You can say
only.
FIFA have decided to make it. You can say for the prize money to measure the fact that it's a global competition. It should be bigger than the Champions League.
Yes, and another thing they've done is that they're giving participation money to clubs that didn't qualify. So those that were, I don't know how that's going to work, but I would presume those that have a coefficient in the Champions League that have just missed out on this competition will get some money, maybe your likes of Liverpool, perhaps Arsenal, and so on. So this competition is big potatoes. That's all I'm saying. It is big
Hmm.
potatoes. So Chelsea aren't in a position to play around anymore. That's why Mignon will be massively important. That's why they must get their offensive uh, uh, um, transfers absolutely spot on. We need players now that will finish their dinner. We've passed all that. You're in front of goal. You have to take 20 chances to score one goal. We can't afford that anymore. We can't afford that. And I think with the pressure taken off of Jackson and him being just one of the strikers instead of the striker, I think it will give better performances from him as well. So yeah, Mignon is massive for us, and I hope the deal gets done. It looks likely, but what is the barometer is when the players lifting up the shirts, smiling at the Chelsea TV cameras.
Yeah, I agree with you. More likes, people, more likes before we move on to the next item and get Bobby's opinion. The plan is to eventually go news hunting once we're done addressing the items we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. It looks like the likes are fluctuating. We were 19 likes. I'm not sure why it dropped to 17, but that's by the way. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes do go a long way. Why is Liverpool's Alisson injured? What is injured record? I bet Mike Maignan is fitter. I think I agree in 2 seasons right now. So Bobby is right. I think he's overcome that. It shouldn't be much of an issue. Plus, he's a goalkeeper. If he was an outfield player, then that's when I'd be a lot concerned. I don't think Petrovic will stay, but to have Maignan and Petrovic as number one will be amazing. Jorgensen is not a bad goalkeeper. He's actually an excellent goalkeeper. I think he had a confidence issue at one point, but a confidence issue. I'd keep him, really. More likes, people. 58 people following the show. Why are we stuck on 18 likes? Because we're streaming in a vertical format. It's usually difficult for a lot of people to see the bells and whistles like the like button, comment button. Just press and hold your screen for just about a second if you're using a small device and you see those options. We're not a big account yet, so we still beg for likes. Help us garner more likes. A lot of views in the back end, and we had 60 plus people viewing, now 53 people, but we're stuck on 18 likes. I think we can do a lot better than that. Maybe I'll stop the poll and beg for like with the poll. Sign him will be a stimulant signing. I think I agree. He will push Jorgensen to do better. Jorgensen, I think the club likes him. And Jorgensen, he's still very young. That's why probably the club, and you say there are no signs that the club were concerned when he was struggling a bit. But let's see what happens with Mike Maignan. It looks like it's going to happen. And Bobby, uh, you should know, I think you already know, given how quickly we're moving with the signing of players, how quickly we want to get our transfers done before the Club World Cup begins, shows we take that competition seriously. To the extent we've told the lab to not go for the England youth England assignment and be with us at the Club World Cup. That shows how seriously we take that competition, and I'm happy. Why wouldn't we? A lot of money. Um, let's see what else do we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. 18 likes. We can do a lot better than that. If you haven't, take a second, drop a like on the stream. And also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Sincerely do appreciate you all for finding the time to be part of the conversation. So after Mike Maignan, what else did we talk about here? We talked about Jadon Sancho. You did talk about the Jadon Sancho, I remember. Sorry, my screen is a bit crazy. Yeah, you did. And it's down to, again, and if I were Jadon Sancho, I'd go back to United too because they pay a lot. And because I can't get uh, anything close to that at Chelsea, not a problem. I'm quite sure he respects the club and the club respects his decision. The club wants what's best for them. The kid wants what's best for him. I don't know, Bobby, you've heard this. Petrovic saying, who's been on own and named, Petrovic also hopes to be a first choice, having been on loan at Strasbourg and named their 24-25 player of the season. Something Dante talked about yesterday. I think you were part of the conversation, that the intensity of the Premier League is much more than that of the one in Syria in League R. So we can say for sure because he did well, because he emerged their player of the season, that he's going to be as good in the Premier League. I don't know what you make of that argument from Dante. Are you there, Bobby?
Sorry, coach. Sorry, I
Oh,
was,
okay.
I was getting seriously distracted. What is Dante saying?
Dante said that we can. There's no way to guarantee that Petrovic does well in the Premier League because the intensity of the Premier League is much more than that of Syria. And by the way, what's happening? It looks like somebody's trying to sabotage the stream because we're doing well. We had 26, I think it was around 26 likes. How did it go down to 18? Or is it YouTube doing some cleanup? I don't know. But Bobby, go ahead.
He's right. There's no guarantee that that will translate into the Premier League, but he's played in the Premier League before and he didn't do badly. So I'm not really sure if that's a yardstick against him. Um, I think uh, I think you know he's going to have to pass the eye test, isn't he, with the coaching staff?
Yeah, and I
How
think the
will
plan
he?
is for them or for all of them to compete. But go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, how will he do that? Well, one certain way of doing that is uh, coming with the club to the Club World Cup, because apart from that, that is the first competition pre-season that players will have to show what they're worth.
Mhm. I agree with you. He has to prove that, yeah, he should be the number one. He shouldn't take anything for granted. We can't just bring him back and say, okay, you're the number one just because he did well in league. He has to prove himself. It's really that simple. 1 second, people. Let's beg for likes. Since the likes are fluctuating for some reason, very funny, really, but we're good. What else do we have here? Petrovic, we talked about that. Let's see. Anything else? Excuse me. Jero Heto. I don't know if you want to talk about that. Otherwise, we're going to go news hunting. Then look at what Chelsea fans has to say. Or is there anything specifically you want to talk about before we go news hunting and start looking at the fans' responses? Post a you can say, yeah, comments under those reports that we've addressed. Go ahead, Bobby.
Sorry, who's this, coach? Hello? Oh God. Hold on. Wait.
Sorry, Bobby, I muted my end thinking you were going to start speaking. Jorel Hato or Hato. I'm not sure how you pronounce his last name. The kid from Ajax that played as centre back last season. This
Hmm.
season he played as a fullback. You can say perfect player for Maresca's approach. Um,
I don't know this player.
he's
I'll
good.
be lying to
I
you.
think he's good, really, honestly.
Well, if he's good, then we should get him. It's when that period of time. We did say we would try and get stuff done before the Club World Cup. Well, that's what, in a week.
Hmm.
Not really sure how realistic that is, but if he's on the radar and we've been making moves, it's important to complete these deals. But I don't know this player, unfortunately.
No, but he's good. He's good. He's very versatile. This says that Newcastle and Al Ali are interested in Axel to see. And I said hallelujah when I read this. The Saudis to the rescue again. I hope they get him. But let's see what happens. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Yeah, somebody's really somewhere trying to sabotage this. He went up to 21 likes and back again. If you're the one liking and unliking the video and you can hear me, enjoy yourself. God bless you. As long as it makes you happy, go ahead. Go ahead, Bobby. Anything else you want to talk about, or should we go news hunting?
I think we have to go news hunting at this point.
Yeah, we've addressed pretty much anything. Yeah. So let's go do it. More likes, people. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. 20 likes, 56 people still following the show on YouTube. The rest on X. around 120 on X, probably shared between X and Facebook equally. I do not know. But let's go news hunting. And if you have any questions, drop it in the comment section. And yeah, try the best I can to address it. If I cannot, I'll throw it at Bobby or I'll pretend I can't see your question. And Bobby looks like, yeah, probably he should be he's off to bed now, but because he likes to talk Chelsea, he's here with us. All right, news hunting it is. But as we go news hunting, if you have any questions, ask. It doesn't look like anything new has emerged. Okay, 18 minutes ago, Enzo Maresca is understood to be a big fan of Mike Maignan. So if his salary is not going to be an issue, then it's going to happen. I'm not. How much is he on right now? Let me check. Mike Maignan salary. So that will tell us whether.
I'm not sure if that would be an issue at all because, um, from my understanding,
Mhm.
he's not earning that much, and we
Milan
can
don't pay a
afford to
lot. Yeah,
double it.
go ahead.
My understanding is we can afford to double his wage, um, either for him or for Gittens. All I know is that if Enzo Maresca likes this guy, it's
Ooh,
highly likely that it'll happen. He only has a year left of contract,
yeah,
and
and
he's
he
refusing to
earns
sign a contract.
3.5. He earns 3.5 million euros a year. That's
Yeah,
a that's peanuts
and
compared to
and
what
he's
some of the players in our squad are earning.
yeah, he's looking for 5 to 6 million a year, which fits into our wage structure. And Milan, they don't have any European competition. They're not particularly in the best of financial situations. He doesn't want to extend his contract, so it's looking like an opportunity, as
And
we
look at
expect.
this, Bobby, 60K a week. We can actually give him 150 comfortably.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm happy. It's gonna happen.
Well,
It,
let's hope so.
Yeah, it will happen. The fact that the manager likes him and he wants to come to Chelsea, that's according to Fabrizio, the transfer guru himself. Fabrizio, I know, again, he's human, but when he gets it wrong, then it's because something happened that led to the deal of falling through. For instance, the case of Josko Vardiol, which he said at the time was a matter of time before he joins Chelsea. But it didn't happen because, yeah, Vardiol decided to go to Manchester City. But that's, by the way, 60K. I think this is happening. Everything seemed to be coming together. The manager likes him. He wants to come to Chelsea. Look at the salary. It's happening. Definitely. Wow. I'm happy. I'm very happy. Let's make it happen, please.
Yeah, I
And let's
mean,
go ahead.
the only thing I'm slightly concerned about is that Milan look like they're about to sell Tijani Reinders to Man City. Would that make them less likely to get rid um, of their goalkeeper? Well, yes and no. Um,
I think they run
yes,
the risk of him leaving as a free agent if they don't sell him now.
exactly. So they might just say, do you know what? There's no European competition. Just like Man United are doing, it's time to rebuild. And rebuilding sometimes is a matter of out with the old and in with the new.
Yeah. How did we hit gold right there? Really? Like his salary, unbelievable. Frosty, hello to you too. Nice to see you. Bobby likes him. It's happening. Bobby, did you see that one? Vic saying so you like him, so it's definitely happening. I'm happy. Excellent addition. Experience is a winner. Wow. Let's go. Let's make it happen. Good times. And I'm alive. Andrea Santos and Esther William. Let's see. Were in okay, we're indicated the starters in Ancelotti's first training session today. They are the future of Brazil. Their attack, their midfield. That's good, honestly, and we're lucky. And the fact that they were called up for the Brazil senior national team assignment it's reflective of the fact that they are excellent talents. We didn't make a mistake. Like a lot of people, you hear a lot of people saying we're just wasting money on kids. We don't just sign every kid we see out there. Will they all work out? No, but I think majority of them will eventually work out. And these two from Brazil, wow, we nailed it.
Well,
We nailed it.
well, as I always say, we have to. The taste of the pudding's always in the eating.
Mm.
Everything at the moment is theoretically until we see them in action. I mean, unfortunately, we won't see Esteval Williams in the World Club Cup, which is a deal that maybe it's what we had to do to get him. But it's a shame. I think, we've waited and waited and waited for this player. He has waited and waited and waited to join. They may as well have just let him join. Now he's got to join after the Club World Cup. He's got to depend on a pre-season. He has to settle into London. As I keep saying, I'm not expecting much from him um, in this early stage. I'm really not.
Yeah, it's important to be patient with the kid. I agree. Let's see. Something else I wanted to talk about that makes me happy is the fact that after Club World Cup, we're not going to be traveling for preseason games. It looks like the owners have learned that the travels can actually be problematic because we get tired at the start of the season, and maybe sometimes the travels lead to the team not even actually having the time to prepare as they should. I think that has been an issue for with us now for 2 seasons in a row or so. Honestly, get rid of Robert Sanchez and try getting someone like Aaron Ramsdale or even how do you pronounce that? Verbruggen. Um, Sanchez may well still be here come next season or gone, but we've heard that the club wants to sell him. And given the fact that we're linked with the, we're actually we're currently actively discussing the signing of Mike Maignan from AC Milan. Sanchez may well leave, but Jorgensen isn't going anywhere. Petrovic may also leave. Honestly, the signing of Delap was a little out of the blue, but I believe Delap to play over Jackson next season, and both can actually be on the pitch at the same time. They're two different profiles; they're not the same. Nicholas Jackson more of a hybrid number 9. Delap more of an out and out number 9. So I'm good. And something I said yesterday is that the stage is set for the lab to succeed at Chelsea. Why do I say that? He's played under Enzo Maresca and he's scored tons of goals. Let me find out how many goals exactly. He scored tons of goals under Enzo Maresca at Man City Academy. Let me find out how many goals did the lab score under Maresca at Man City. Let's find out. We'll find out in a few seconds. So, and he's played alongside Cole Palmer. He did play alongside Cole Palmer, Romeo Lavia on that Enzo Maresca. He's also played Tosin. So the stage is set for him to score. So Liam Delap scored 27 goals in 22 matches under Maresca during the 2020-2021 season with Manchester City's Elite Development Squad, EDS. This prolific scoring record made Delap the top scorer for the EDS that season, highlighting his potential and effectiveness under Maresca's guidance. Their successful collaboration at the youth level has been a significant factor in Chelsea's interest in reuniting the pair as Delap is set to join the club under Maresca's management. So I think those are the things that I looked at and say, you know what, I think we made the right decision. He doesn't need so many. Look at everything. The only thing that you can say is that he's still a potential. He's not quite there. He's not quite polished yet. But next season or the season after, he can become one of the best strikers in world football. So let's go back again. Let me run it again. Things that guarantee that Delap does well at Chelsea. One, under, you could say, the tutelage of Enzo Maresca at Man City's elite development squad, he scored 27 goals in 22 games. And he's played alongside Cole Palmer and also Romeo Lavia, Tosin Hadarabioyo. Those factors alone guarantee that it'd be difficult for him to fail at Chelsea than vice versa. You get that point. Plus, he shoots instinctively. We don't have that in Nicholas Jackson. Even though they're not the same, they have different, they can players of different profiles, but he shoots instinctively, which means if he had the opportunities that Nicholas Jackson had, he'd have nearly twice as much as the goals that Nicholas Jackson has now. But Chelsea are keeping Nicholas Jackson. What does Delap bring to the table? Familiarity, because he's played under the manager in the place also, and also more importantly, variety, options for the manager to do things differently if need be. So I think it's actually a master stroke, but it's easy not to take it seriously because we've talked about the lab for a few seasons right now, and a lot of people like Vic and Dante have always said, yeah, it's gonna be the lab, and I would rather we sign Gyökeres, but signing Gyökeres doesn't guarantee he comes in. That doesn't guarantee we'll be title contenders next season. Every signing carries some measure of risk, but in the Lab's case, less risk because he's Premier League proven. If you say championship, the same thing. I think the intensity is the same. Plus those factors that I've mentioned, I think he's destined to succeed at Chelsea. In my opinion, I don't know, Bobby. You have anything to add to that?
Um, for me, I'm glad we've got him, but a player remains potential until he starts actually playing for the club. I think we have to wait and see. I mean, even he's going to need a little bit of settling in period. This is the thing with any player joining any team at any time. Is there a potential for him to fit straight in? Absolutely. But we must give them that time to stretch their legs, get their feet under the table, as it were, and start to apply their trade. And we may not really see the best of him until, oh gosh, maybe October time, November time. I hope he can produce something at the World Club Cup. But
Do
I
you
think
think he goes, or do you think he chooses to represent England?
he has to go. He has to go. I don't care what anybody says. Well, the under 21 tournament right now is Mickey Mouse compared to this. This is big boy stuff. The whole world will be there. The media will be there. He will get the opportunity to plow his trade, test his skills amongst the best clubs globally. He has to go. So I don't even think that should be negotiable, to be honest.
Yeah, I think he should go. And that's one of the reasons. I, it wouldn't make sense if he opts not to go. He may well risk starting the season on the bench because, that's preseason, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is why he's at Chelsea. This is why all these clubs are trying to get their deals done quickly. They're not getting their deals done for their top player that they're giving us a position to lead the line to go and start playing under 21 football. I mean, that's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
And just quickly, I want to say thank you to all our paid community members. Like, wow, Vic top now, which means that color badge means Vic has been a member more than a year plus, probably getting to 2 years. I think if he gets to 2 years, it changes. DJ Saf has been a member for more than 2 years. A lot of people, we got a new member yesterday in, I think, Adebayo. Let me see. We appreciate you all. Let's see, where is it? For members, I appreciate all the members right now. The numbers dropped because we start streaming. We start screening on a regular basis. But Batunde Olusegun, thank you for becoming a member. IB has been a member for 6 months, so he has the golden. And the Nipun Sharma, a member for 7 months, he has the golden one. Vic, legendary, 18 months, so he has the golden plus the lion. And a lot of people, Mesole Jude, top notch. Yep, 25 months, so that's why he has the golden plus blue one top there. The same thing, DJ and Glenn 10. Thank you to all of you for being a member. That does go a long way. And we appreciate you all for that. Yeah, appreciate you. Let's see, what else do we have here? Keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes do go a long way. The good example for this Brazilians coming to England and not playing well is the Man City's Echeverry. I mean, it differs for everybody, but players are, look, it's not guaranteed, but more likely to succeed than not, if you get the point. What about the Delap average performance in the championship? There are factors you have to pay attention to. Volume of chances created, the approach of the manager, whether it's just the way the whether he helps get the best out of the player or not. Yeah, for instance, Gyökeres wasn't the best in the championship, but right now he's one of the top, if not the top performing striker in world football, and he's done that consistently at the top level. Delap may well do that. You don't know, but the signs are good. Numbers show, and something I didn't mention when I compared him to Nicholas Jackson, and I have to say clearly, he's not coming to replace Nicholas Jackson. If anything, definitely, I did say they're not going to compete, but Dante corrected me, and that's a fact. There's no way it just doesn't make sense to say they don't compete while they both play in the same position for Chelsea. But the truth remains, both can actually be on the pitch at the same time. If we get so something else I didn't mention to go back to what I was saying is the fact that he has he's more efficient in front of goal. Yeah, his goal conversion rate is much better than that of Nicholas Jackson. You could argue down to the fact that he shoots instinctively, doesn't hesitate like Nicholas Jackson does in most situations. If that makes sense. What else do we have here? Go ahead, Bobby.
I think we we need to resist a bit of the temptation. I know it's about us, and our transfer first is what is important to us,
Mm.
but we can't take an eye off what others are doing. I don't feel uh, very comfortable about the Gyökeres situation. I don't know where he's going. Apparently, he is coming to the Premier League, but I'm
But nobody's
concerned as
sure
to
where.
where. Yeah, I'm concerned if it's not us. I'm concerned where a player like that would end up. Um, our strengthening is important, but the strength of our rivals cannot be ignored. We need to make sure that we have enough to outstride these people. Wherever he goes, he would be a very strong addition.
Yeah, wherever he goes, he will be a very strong addition. He's proven himself consistently at the top level. So yeah, let's see what happens. Nobody's sure where he's headed, and that's that's for sure. But one thing is certain: he's definitely leaving Sporting CP. So what else do we have here? John, send me a message via. Send me a message through Instagram. Instagram, remind me so that I can take care of the moderator thing. I can't do if I try to do it while the show is on. That could lead to the whole thing freezing, and I don't want that to happen. All right. What else do we have here? Keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes do go along with. Gittens is on a different level when it comes to dribbling. I think that's the guy we want. I'm not sure why a lot of people don't like him. He's more physical than Nico Williams. Nico Williams has more assists than him, but I'd rather him. And Gittens isn't a selfish player. I wouldn't say he's a selfish player. He creates. He scores a lot of goals. He shoots instinctively. If he's in a position to shoot, he goes for it. He's much better than the wingers we currently have at the club. So, but I think because Nico Williams is the more popular of the two players because he won the Euros for Spain and all that, uh, people would rather the club sign him. And they don't even consider that his wages will be an issue. But I'm just glad that people are bringing up the numbers now, showing that Gittens is actually would be a more valuable signing for us than him. Yeah, look at it.
Yeah, I mean,
This is
Gittens.
somebody comparing their statistics. Most effective dribble wingers 24-25. Jamie Gittins is on a different level. They didn't even say he's much better than Nico Williams or Tyler Diblin. They just say he's on a different level. We looked at their numbers yesterday and shows he scores the crazy. And he's English. But that has nothing to do with his abilities, but he's a good player. Go ahead, Bobby.
Yeah, as I said, a lot of these transfers, I'm really going with trust of the sporting directors and manager. Um, he didn't have a good time from January with Dortmund. Um, I don't know if that can be used to judge him or not. But yeah, I mean, he's going to have to be a good finisher to be in this team with our ambitions. As I said, I want him. I like him at Chelsea. I don't know enough to be able to say, wow, this is the guy. But how much can you know about a 20-year-old? Or is it 21-year-old? There's not much to know. So we have to wait and see. As I keep saying, the taste of the pudding is very much in the eating with these guys. And it's only when they start, playing the ball in anger that we'll really understand and know what we've done here.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get that deal done too. The only deal that I'm not too sure is the Ekitike deal, with the reason being the asking price. I think an issue. Even though we've been told that it can be paid over time, I still think the asking price will almost always be an issue. But let's see what happens. I like Ekitike. I think he's still he's a potential raw, but his ceiling is really, really high. And I don't think the club would want to miss out on Ekitike. I think they would do all they can to get the deal over the line. It probably, even if it means leaving him for the rest of the season to play 25-26 season there, I think they'd do it. That's how good Ekitike his potential is. 21 likes, John. Thank you for saying that. I hope you heard. Just leave me a message on Instagram. Zubairu Danwana is saying, I wonder what rivals will say after we get a goalkeeper, striker, and quality CV. They're gonna lose their shit, like Bobby would say.
Yeah, as I keep saying, I'm not only just looking at what we're doing, I'm looking at our rivals. That centre back situation. I'm not too happy to hear what I'm hearing about Marc Guéhi. Um, I don't want him to go to Liverpool at all. I think if he goes anywhere, it should be to us. And I understand we're not really that interested in Braithwaite. So that's as I look at our business, I have half an eye on our rivals. Not that that should really make much difference. We need to go and get what's best for us, but we must balance it out with being competitive.
Mhm. Yeah, we must. Again, we have to prioritize our signings, make sure we're getting players that will make us stronger, signing players for areas that we weren't strong enough last season. I think that will make a whole lot of difference. And the signs are good. Signs are we're prioritizing the signings, and the fact that we're going for Mike Maignan, uh, they're keeping their words because we were told that if we finish in the top four, that they're going to sign more experienced players and they're going to sign a lot of players. Actually, money will not be the issue, and it makes sense. It will because to finish there, we have the money now.
Look, Mike Mignon is a big one.
It's
I'm hesitant to even get excited about this because It's that important.
Mm.
I really hope it happens.
Yeah, definitely. I do hope it happens. I think we will get that deal over the line. Chinaka, excuse me. Oof, my throat itches badly. My throat. I'm not sure why. Chinaka, but nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well. Big up to you too. Oh, okay. My wife had COVID before she traveled. Okay. Good evening. One name. We still need a center back and left back cover. I think CB isn't necessarily an area of priority for us because if the midfielders can get their job done, you can sort out that issue in the midfield area. Colwell finished the season stronger, and it looks like he can only get better. Even Trevor Chalobah, we may well decide to keep him, but I'm not quite sure what the club will end up doing. I think by their Sheila stays, they like him, and he can be that guy. He's still very young. I don't think they'd look to sell him. The Sassi most definitely will leave. But let's see what happens, brother. Big up to you too, AB. Nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well. I hope we get yo man. You like him that much. Bobby AB is saying big up to you. So this is a new report. We haven't addressed this.
Big
This
up, bro.
emerged as the show progressed. And that's from Glongari. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Apologies if I butchered that name there. He says Chelsea are leading the race for Mike Maignan, and contacts with Milan are proceeding quickly. Wow, it looks like we want him to be part of the Club World Cup. The Rossoneri are already
How long ago was this?
sorry,
How long was this
one
piece of
hour
news?
ago. So so
Okay.
so the signs are good. So let me read that again. Chelsea are leading the race of Mike Maignan, and contacts with Milan are proceeding quickly. The Rossoneri are already evaluating several alternatives for replacement. That may well lead to them asking for one of our goalkeepers. That's what I'm saying.
Um. Yeah. Yeah. It's possible. It's very possible. Um. Yeah. I mean, any one of our goalkeepers should be available, made available to them, apart from Mike Penders.
And Philip
Um.
Jorgensen, I don't think they're
I
going to
mean,
let Philip Jorgensen go.
yeah, because he's another young. I don't know why people are on a downer about Jorgensen. I think he's done well. I
He
think
did well,
for,
yeah.
for a goalkeeper of his age, he's done well and deserves to stay on our books. But if Milan are looking at
Sanchez,
Sanchez,
even Petrovic.
sadly, even Petrovic,
Mhm.
I think some business could be done there.
Yeah, it's a possibility, but I know some Chelsea fans will probably say give them Sanchez that because I've seen one already from Alden Williams. Fear of loss. Nana Yao says Sancho must stay because he has played in the Champions League and has experience and all that. He's gone already. It didn't work out because of his salary. Give them Sanchez. That's Alden Williams. I'm sure a lot of Chelsea fans would want that to happen. Uh,
Sanchez is a
Egungbe
good
is
goalkeeper.
spamming. What did you say?
I think towards the end of the season, Sanchez proved himself to be a good goalkeeper. But over the course of the season, he damaged his reputation. So if Milan are interested and they go for him, he could probably have a spark, a renaissance that could help his career immensely.
Mhm. Yeah, Eden, the machine or the AI that is policing the chat deleted your message because you use all caps. It's not a human being, so don't start a fight with him. So please, apologies for that. I found time to deal with that. I wanted to see what Chelsea fans are saying under this comment. I can assure you they're probably asking for the club to give them Sanchez and get Mike Mayor. Chelsea are in talks with AC Milan for Mike Mayor, and we believe that's a very good chance. I think we've addressed that one. I'm just going to check if anything new has emerged since the show started, of which I don't think. So we'll be rounding up soon, if nothing new, if we don't have any questions to address. But if you have any questions, drop it in the comment section and we will try to address it. What else do we have here? Gungbechinaga, I'm sorry that the machine deleted your message, but I don't think it can happen again. Petrovic was not bad when he played just before leaving out. Yeah, he wasn't bad. He did better according to eye test. He did better than Robert Sanchez. Um, who is 29? Mike Maignan is 29. Enables us to develop all the young keepers like Petrovic and Jorgensen, and then Pendes, but Pendes probably will go out on loan. So keep dropping the likes and stream the likes to go along where we'll be rounding up in a few minutes. If you have any questions, drop it in the chat and we'll try to address it. Otherwise, we'll be calling it a day soon. It doesn't look like anything new has emerged. I've refreshed the page, but I will try and do it again in case something. Okay, Enzo Maresca is understood to be a big fan of Mike Maignan. Petrovic is attracting a lot of interest, as previously reported. AC Milan have been watching him for over a year. So, yeah, I think he's gone. We get Mike Maignan, and he'll probably be joining AC Milan. I don't think it'd be complicated. He's younger. So Chelsea will be asking probably not a lot of money, but it will be it won't be cheap though. But I think Milan will be happy with Petrovic. But let's see what happens. We need experience. They have enough experience. Uh, Petrovic, I think, will be enough. That was 1 minute ago, so that's a chance he's gonna join Milan. This one here, Chelsea are not currently working on the idea of loaning Joao Felix again, and therefore have set a minimum valuation of 30 million euros fixed price. I don't believe this. I don't believe these owners will sell Joao Felix for 30 million. And you could argue the reason we purchased Joao Felix in the first place is because we know we can get a lot of money from selling him because he's a talent. I don't believe we'd sell him for 30 million because that's about how much we actually paid for him. I don't believe this really. But Bobby, let's hear if you have anything to add to that.
Well, I don't really know who would want João Felix at this point in time. He hasn't done his stock any good. I know he's coming with us to the World Club Cup. After that, there's rumours of him going back to Benfica.
Yeah, I've
Um,
heard that Benfica are interested in signing him.
yeah, I can't really see who would want him. And with us being in the Champions League, you might find he probably might want to get another chance at Chelsea. Who knows?
Possibly, yeah. I think he wasn't patient. He was in a hurry to leave. And had he stayed, I think he would have played a lot more. But then again, I don't blame him. I think Enzo Maresca's public statement he led to him. Okay, maybe I'm not wanted. Um, okay, it might be another 30 million signing, another great move by our owners. I think it looks like it's going to happen. Sell him to Dortmund. Okay, that's it. The last one. I don't know if there's anything else to address here. I think it's about time we call it a day. We've addressed the rumors of what's his name? Al Ali interested in Axel de Sassi. Yep, and Newcastle United too. And Femi Soladoya says, "I love the idea of Mike, but we got to offload. We have 8 goalies: Sanchez, Philip Jorgensen, Mike Penders, Lucas Buxton, Keparis Zabalaga, Dardy Petrovic, Teddy, and Marcus. I don't know all of them, but here's the thing. I think we're definitely selling some. Um, so yeah. Any other thing, people, Bobby? Any other thing, or should we call it a day?
Yeah, I think you've done well to stream. I never know when you stream these days, Coach. I just check and see.
Yeah,
But
we've gone back to 10:30 or so 11 a.m. UK time, but because my wife is in town, I have to do the stream now that the kids are awake, so that I don't want in the early morning 5 a.m. in the middle of a stream they wake up. It's gonna make it even very difficult.
yeah, I think you might find your level of streaming may pick up because some of these news details may break pretty quickly now.
Yeah, that's the truth. Yeah. So thank you, Bobby, for finding the time to participate in the show. Sincerely, do appreciate you. Thank you also to Adam Williams, just by Osimhen, and an experienced class CB and another one. It's not that simple. The finances is the issue. Modric, Felix, Ceci, Viega, all leaving must have cost us like 5 points last season. You could argue, but that's why I want to say thank you to AB, thank you to Arden. Thank you to Femi Daye Soladoye, my brother. Sorry, say I butcher your name. AB, thank you. And Gungbe Chinagaram, thank you so much. Who else was here? Theo Floss was here. And if I miss your name, apologies. I'm only human. See you guys next time. God bless us all. And cheers.
Chelsea fans, we won't stop believing. New knock with every chant and roar. We rise for the fight. The blue flag in the air, let it fly with pride. We're gonna show the world that all hearts open wide. From Stamford Bridge, share our voices to the light. We love for the team stand strong by our side.
Every challenge we will never ignore. In unity we trust. Our hopes on the rise. Chelsea spirit shines. Bright lights up the skies. And if a cowboy said, for real does, and then with a love this storm, every phone's just to there, and there was a strife.
Hey, go wake up, baby. It's a Chelsea day. So blue, baby, that's champion pain. Talking dreams while the sky stays bright. Rest your head, but not the night. Every morning, every goal we see. In our hearts, it's Chelsea, me and you, we can dream. Oh, take me out and stand with you, privilege you talk. When to tap our take and you. Oh, Chelsea, we stand tall. We stand tall. Everywhere we give our all. Everywhere, yeah. Forever we're true. We must be. Together we rise. Just me and you. In nights that you will go on. 3 hours so near to my own. Delap so lepa in river. Whoa, whoa. In the blue, our spirits fly. With every cheer, we touch the sky. In this love, we find our way. Chelsea forever, day by day. Oh, Chelsea, Chelsea stands tall. Cover up with the hand. We give our all. Chelsea, forever we're true. Together we rise, just me and you. Hey, go wake up, baby. It's a Chelsea day. So blue, baby, that's champion pain. Talking dreams while the sky stays bright. Rest your head, but not the night. Every morning, every goal we see. In our hearts, it's Chelsea, me and you, we can dream. Oh, take me out and stand with you, privilege you talk. When to tap our take and you. Oh, Chelsea, we stand tall. We stand tall. Everywhere we give our all. Everywhere, yeah. Forever we're true. We must be. Together we rise, just me and you. In nights that you will go on. 3 hours so near to my own. Delap so lepa in